Hello everyone, and welcome to my next episode in Minecraft. Today, like I said in the last video, we're going to actually be doing something a little more hands-on. No base tours for today. I know that must be disappointing most of you, but I'm sure what we have planned for today will be just as fun. So, I guess I don't really have much else to say. Let's get right to it. So what we're going to be building today, or at least starting to build today, is a shooting gallery. And I've never really built one of these before, but I spent quite a bit of time over the week getting ready for this episode designing one. So we're going to try to build one, see how it goes, and I think it'll be a lot of fun if I can get it to work right. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But what we're going to start off doing first is we're going to dig out this space that I have marked out. And this space should be big enough to house the entire shooting gallery. So I guess we'll get started, and I'm actually going to try something a little new today. We're going to try to do a time lapse, and if I can figure it out, you should be hearing music right about now. And if not, then I guess we'll just do a cut, and I'll be seeing you in a couple seconds. So here we go. Alright guys, that should be enough space to build this in. I'm really hoping so because we got a little bit of water over here and I don't really want to have to deal with that. So yeah, this should be enough space. I think the first thing we're going to do is, well, we're going to make some sort of ladder to get up in here so it's a little easier. But we're going to make our timer, and the way this is going to work is it's going to have what's something called a random binary generator. And basically what that will do is it will give me 3 signals, and each of those will it'll either put out a signal or it won't. And then that will tell the system if it needs to put out a minecart to be shot or not. So somehow we need to put that on a timer that's slow enough that it gives people a long enough time to shoot the minecarts. So I think we're going to build that first because it's the easiest to build of everything that's going to be on here. So we're going to grab orange. We'll put all this dirt away. We're going to grab orange, and we're going to grab a bunch of repeaters. And I believe my input point is one back on this side, so it should be right there. So what we need to do is we'll need to put 4 repeaters on 4 ticks, and we're going to make a square. Or I guess a rectangle. And basically what this will do is when the pulse comes in here, it's going to send a pulse around and come all the way to here, and then my output will be here. So then that will go into the 3 number generators that will tell the system if it needs to shoot out a minecart or not. So we'll grab our button just to test this out. Throw this back in there. Put our button on top. Throw a piece of redstone down. And what this should do works just like that. And that'll keep going around until I make the mechanism that stops it, which I guess we can actually put in now. Let's see, this sticky piston. Let's throw that there, and eventually what I'm going to do with this is there'll be a signal where after 20 carts have gone, it will tell this piston to fire, which will push the block out of the way, which then effectively stops the clock. But that's a long ways away, and I'm not even sure we'll get to that in this episode, because this is actually a fairly large build. So let's head back up top, throw our tools away. And then what we're going to need is magenta. We're going to need droppers, just 3 for now. 3 hoppers. And then I guess 3 pieces of dirt will do. 3 swords, and I've got, let's see, I need comparators as well. Alright, so what we're aiming to do now, I think the way I built this, we'll build a little bit of it actually right now, is this should be up 1 more. Then I think go 2 out. So the first cart will be coming across right here. So that means that we need to make it so that the first signal comes out of this block. And we'll do something like this, just to keep everything nice and centered. It'll come out of that block. And I'm actually going to shut this off for now, because I don't want it randomly firing while I build this thing. So that will come out of that block. That can come out of there, no big deal. And then we actually have plenty of material here. So we can actually probably do 3 here. Do something like this. This can come out here. And then I believe we do something like this. Alright, and that will shoot straight into a torch tower that will be on this end. And that's what will power the dispenser that will put the minecart on the rail. So the next one needs to come out. There'll be a rail right there, and then a rail there, I believe. So it'll go hopper, it'll go rail, hopper, rail, hopper, rail, hopper. So you need to get rid of this torch. dropper, hopper, just like that. We'll connect them all up. And the last one goes... I actually put that in the wrong spot. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's not that big a deal, I hope. Or is it? Hopper, rail, hopper. We might actually be one too close. It's hard to tell. But we'll figure it out. Let's see, this one needs to go here. And we go 1, 2, 3. Comparator. Just like that. So these are all of our random number generators. And basically the way it works is you put a stackable item in, and you put a non-stackable item in, and the unstackable item will not give the comparator a long enough pulse to fill the circuit, but the stackable item actually gives it a 3-length pulse. So you do that for all 3 of these. And so essentially it'll either be a stackable item or this sword. So if it's a sword, then it'll pull out and a minecart should come out. And if it's a stackable item, then there won't be a minecart coming out. So it's pretty straightforward. Alright, so next, what I think we'll do is we will try to make the rails. And this could be kind of difficult. So we'll grab that. We can get rid of these for now. This, that, and that. So we'll grab our dispensers. And let's grab a stack of dirt to climb on. Let's also grab the sand, slabs, and cactus. Okay. Grab the dirt here. Let's see, is that going to be the right level? It's hard to say. It really is. Let's find out. The rail goes along here. I think we want to go one more up. Yeah, we definitely want to go one more up. I think we'll go here, which should be, yes, that should be fine. So we'll put our dispenser down. We might even come in one more. Shit. Put the dispenser down facing up. And then put hoppers all the way across. So let's see, there should be 1, 2, 3, 4 is what's going to show. It'll be powered rail, detector rail, powered rails all the way across. And 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in here, it'll end with sand at some point. Probably about there. So what we need to do now is down. Okay, and then a cactus goes on top of that. And that's pretty much the whole thing done right there. There's not a heck of a lot to this build. We just have to lay down the powered rails. We can get rid of these. But then that's just repeated several times. Let's see, we can put down the rest of these. 1, 2, oh crap. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, that's essentially the entire build. That's all there is to it. We'll probably add dirt around this to make sure the cart doesn't fall where I don't want it to. But besides that, there's not much to it. We just repeat this 2 more times going up, and that's about it. So I think I'll actually do that off camera, and I'll catch you guys in a couple seconds when I've done this again. Alright, so I've laid everything out here, as far as the rails and droppers, or I guess dispensers and cactus. And now what we have to do is we have to power all of these rails. And that actually gets to be a little tricky because I have to power them in a way that does not turn off the hoppers. So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to set blocks on the side, kind of like I'm doing now, only that's not at all what these are for. And hopefully we can get this to work. I got it to work on my creative world, so we should be able to do it here as well. So we're going to give it a shot, and we're going to do it with the actual stone that we're going to be designing this place with. I need repeaters. I've got levers on me. So I believe the way we're going to do this is we're going to have this here and this here. And then I just guess I can put down a piece of dirt. Oh, not there. And this dirt doesn't matter, you're not going to be able to see it. And then we can not do that. Then you put down a lever here, and that powers that. And then I think we'll put down a lever, put this over here. Put down a lever on this, and it should power all of those. All the way, yes. And we're pretty much going to do that all the way up. So we'll put a block here, and a lever on this side, and then the same design goes over here. Although this side's way off for some reason. I noticed that as I was building it that something wasn't quite right here. And I'm not sure what the cause for that is, but it shouldn't be an issue. We're gonna find out when we build the whole thing if it's gonna be a problem or not. Actually, I want... Well, no, that'll be okay. We'll throw this on top. There we go. I think it might be getting ready to thunderstorm outside. So hopefully I can get this done before that, just in case the power goes out or something. So if all of a sudden I have to quit this video, I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But so far I think we're making pretty good progress here, so I don't think it'll be an issue. Let's see, let's throw down dirt block here. Throw down a repeater. And we'll throw down a lever. Okay, so now we've got everything hooked up. Everything's wired up. As far as at least getting a minecart across the field of view. So now what we need to do is we need to actually wire this up and get it connected. So we're going to keep the reds or the repeater. We're going to get rid of the lever. I'm going to grab this and redstone torches and redstone. And we'll keep the dirt on me, I suppose. And then what we need to do is we need to pillar up and we need to make a redstone tower. We should actually probably do it this way. Let's do it like this. Well, this one can stay one tick here. And maybe we'll do that actually a little differently. I'm going to do it like so. Like that. That won't work. This gets pretty confusing sometimes. The way we're going to do this here. There we go. See, that actually won't make a difference. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to have that there. And this is going to be here. And that's going to be there. Nope, that's also not how we're going to do this. Either way, we're going to have the same problem here. I think doing it this way will work. Yes, that should work. And that's pretty much the entire thing. The only thing that's going to be different on these is I'm going to delay them so that not all the minecarts shoot out at once. So from this one, we're going to lay it down, and actually we're going to lay it one to the left here. I'll lay it there, put some redstone down. We're going to get it underneath. We're going to put down 2 repeaters and make them full delay. Put this here. I'm going to need to pillar up with this. There we go. And then this one, I think we will delay right in the middle of the other two. Is the plan. So if this one is no delay at all, and this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we'll do this one like that. And that's, I mean, I could just have one repeater, I suppose. But this way I have a little more control if I decide to move things around. Actually, what I'm going to do, not do that. I'm going to put one here to extend that pulse. And we're going to do that, and then we're going to make another torch tower. And this one will actually be the way I wanted to do the rest of them. Just like that. Alright, so that's pretty much, that's the hard part of the redstone done. Well, I guess not really. That's some of the hard part, and just like with the door, when I made it in survival, I made it easier than what I did in creative when I had unlimited resources. It's kind of funny how that works out. But yeah, this is pretty much the whole thing done. What I'm going to do now is just add on stoppers here so the carts push in the right direction when they spawn. Alright guys, I think I'm going to end it there. I realized about halfway through editing the video how long it was going to be. So in the interest of keeping video times a little more reasonable, I'm going to cut it there. So hopefully I'll either have the second part of the video out sometime in the middle of this week, or I'll have it out next Sunday. So thanks for watching part 1 of the shooting gallery. Part 2 should be out in at most a week. So we'll